vision transmitter. So basically they're here, but let me say good morning to you both. And I'd like to begin with Chief Thomas. Let me begin with you as a matter of fact. Welcome home.
Yeah.
Welcome
how
home.
you know this is home?
Well, Gua, the name Gua cannot come from Nimba County, by the way. The name Gua cannot come from Grand Bassa, by the way. But good morning and welcome home.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like you said, my name is Thomas Gua. I'm the Deputy Director General for Administration at the Liberia Broadcasting System. I want to thank you very much for inviting us here. We are very grateful.
How does it feel being back home?
Yeah, that being said, I was born and bred here. I grew up here in Bonjama. I attended almost all the schools around here because SDA. You know, when we have BGF, RBJ.
Yeah, sure.
And then I ended up at the Catholic school.
Wonderful.
My Catholic school on the highway.
The Masanta Highway.
Yeah. So I know this place in and out.
Wonderful.
In and out. So it feels very good being back here. And I was telling my colleague, when we pass somewhere, I'll be like, oh, they got a place here. It used to be like this. Hey, man, the war, this place used to be like that. And so, but you know, I mean, after war, we have to put ourselves together and see how we can rebuild.
Exactly.
Which is one of the reasons why we are here today.
Okay.
So thank you.
Welcome once again. Mr. Lord, good morning as well. I'm sure this is not your first time here, but good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
I'm so glad to be here this morning. And yeah, you rightly said I've been here before when working with Search for Common Ground.
Okay.
We're collaborating with Radio Ketuma. We had a MOU with them. So no stranger to me. I'm happy and delighted to be in studio.
The brain behind all of the technical activities right now at the LBS.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And I like the caption that the DG will always say LBS will never be the same.
Never be the same. Never.
Now, Freeman is also here. My colleague is my co-host, of course, and this is the Good Morning Lofa show. So having you here, of course, is also something that we just so glad about. Welcome once again, like we said, and yes, Kintoma Radio, yes, been a long-time partner in fight to LBS in terms of relaying those major programs and all of that. But let's know, why are you in county at this time?
I will let the technical man talk about it.
Okay.
The president of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Newman Boyka, promised the Liberians that before his tenure ends, Liberians will be opportune to have television all over this country.
Okay.
So we have a dynamic director general that's been working throughout. By the time we took office, we made it our duty as the team to put together our equipment list that has to do with television, including radio. So the last 1 month, the procurement process went through to our administrator, and everything went through, and we got the television. We got the first 5 television equipment. So we decided that Lofa County, being one of the biggest counties in Liberia, will be blessed with the first installation. So we are here in Vonjaman. We selected Vonjaman being the central point in this county, looking at geographic stuff. So we came to install the first post-war television, and we are here, and the process continues.
Wow, and that's wonderful. I know everyone out there hearing this. Since in fact I posted this yesterday, there's a lot of excitements by the way. But let me come to you as well, Chief. So you add up a little bit, then we can move into the major talking points.
Right. So like you said, this is part of the president's vision, which we encarve into our strategic plan. Over the next 5 years, we plan to take radio and television to all parts of the country, but contingent upon funding, availability of funding, because as we know, the government right now is tight, because donors are, especially USAID, is no longer providing aid to government, not just this government. We all know that USAID has been closed. And so it's dependent upon funding. But we are very hopeful that every year we'll do whatever we can to be able to achieve this strategic plan. So it's part of we keep hearing about the arrest agenda for inclusive development. So this is part of it. And so whatever we need to do is what we are doing. I'm the project focal person, he and I. So Finance Ministry looks up to me when it comes to how this project is going. So that is why you see me, going along with them, getting all of the necessary data and reports that will be needed to be forwarded to the government, explaining exactly how these projects are going and what our level of the milestones, basically. Be able to provide the government the milestones in the project or for this project.
Great. Now, okay, let's go. You talk about the installation, right? And Lofa now is the first, if I got it correct, for this extension, right? Now, what's going to happen? What different thing we're going to see happening the fight now you doing this installation?
First, let me start with the radio before coming.
Yeah, the radio first, however.
We've been having some challenges due to the distance. You notice few days the station went off, lack of fuel and all that because of the distance and all that. The management of LBS has procured a 3,000 gallon fuel tank that is being installed presently as I speak. All right, we have fuel, everything. So I can promise you for the next 6 months, the radio station and television will never go off the air.
Okay.
Right? We have sufficient fuel that is brought in, over 3,000 gallons that will serve. Now, the idea about the TV is that a lot of people are not informed. People listen to radio, everybody come home at night, everybody have television, all right? But nothing on the television, okay? Our audience out there, they only watch DSTV, like nobody get any local content. So with this television in town, in Lofa, all over the country, our people will have the blessing of seeing local content. So I know people will be wondering, so I have a television, how would this television be connected?
Correct.
All right. So the first thing, we are operating on the frequency. I'm going to give the frequency. You can read it. Is 197.250. 197.250. If you scan automatically, it will catch the station. Okay. But if you go manually, probably you can just punch in the frequency 197.250, and you will get the signal. It's clear, color, everything is good. So we urge people to go out there. You can buy the outdoor antenna.
Okay.
You just have to connect your TV to antenna, and it should be the VHF antenna. They shouldn't give you the UHF. Okay. There are two types of antennas. Okay. Some there for UHF is the regular thing this decoder use. Okay, so you ask for VHF antenna. You can buy the outdoor or you buy the indoor. There's an antenna that looks like a rabbit ear. You can buy that and put it in the house, but it's better to buy the outdoor antenna. Okay. So that will give you clear reception. Okay. So we urge people out there, the TV is on. We started test yesterday up to 12 midnight. I know people were not informed. So this morning you can just, if you have a antenna, you can search, scan your television, and you will get LNTV live on your television. So we urge people, I mean, it's a good thing. You will have a clear picture of what's happening in the country.
Talking about having this antenna and getting the channel 197.250,
yeah.
That is correct. Does it require a decoder? Do I need to have a decoder again?
No decoder.
Okay.
Just put your antenna up. You scan your television and you catch the station. You don't need no decoder. You don't pay no subscription. Nobody will tell you say, can't pay $10, $15, nothing. Just your television, put antenna on the scan and you catch the television.
Wow. That's one of you want to add up? I know we're interacting with the public.
Basic antenna, the TV type that looks like if you have a radio, right? You have an antenna on it, right?
On the radio,
you have some of those antennas that look like that, but the TV type, you just only open it up indoor and outdoor. So if you even use an outdoor antenna, you get even far more, quality or picture resolution.
Lofa is very large. Is it that you can use that in every part? Maybe someone is in Kolahun, someone is in Foya, someone is in Vahun.
Right.
Because you've done the installation of the transmitter here, right? So what's the strength of that transmitter, and how far, perhaps across the country, can that go?
Okay, the transmitter is a 500 watts startup point.
Okay.
And we are running on maximum on a test drive. So after a year, we are going to call our correspondents and the rest of the people to give us on reception report. But based on the power of the transmitter, it should be able to cover, what's the next?
Kolahun.
Kolahun should have, even the people in
the Kwatu Bunde should have, because it's very close
very
next to
close.
us.
So
and then the Foya.
people within 60 to 75 mile radius should be able to get this television loud very, very clearly. It should have very good antenna, outdoor antenna.
Okay, so we are activating the lines. Freeman is also here if you have perhaps a concern, but we're activating the lines. If you have questions out there, we're going to give you the opportunity, or perhaps if you want to just maybe do a commendation, however, to the management of the system, then it's also going to be important you do that. Let me talk to, I know this is just Jacobson calling. People, good morning. Okay.
To the people in studio, thanks to the guests in studio. But what I wanted to, they should not say the first post-war television, say the first ever television. Because even before the war, there was no television yet. This is the first ever television, national television. Thank you very much.
Oh, you want now? Okay, Jacobson, thank you so very much. He said you don't need to say post-war, because even before the war, we never had one, by the way. So, but again, keep calling if you can, wherever you are. If you are following us, also online, you're following, we're live on Radio Kituma page as well, and you can call us on WhatsApp if you are even out of the country, like that we listen to the president for the Vonima District Global Association in the US. Yes, you can call us on +231 886 465 761. Or maybe you just hear in Vonjima and you have questions. This is the best time they will respond. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Welcome. Your name from where you call us. Hear you.
Yeah, this is Mike from Vonjima.
Mike, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to really commend the guys who came to the work. Again, I want to thanks and appreciate to the government of the program.
You got your phone on loudspeaker?
Yeah,
get it from
there.
Okay? Yeah, take it from loudspeaker. Go ahead. Perfect now.
Okay, I'm okay, right?
Perfect.
I'm okay. Okay, so I want to take this time to extend the team. Thank to the team that arrived in the country and have done a beautiful work. I want to tell them thank you for this work. Again, the government. But I want to ask this question.
Go ahead.
The EFBC have been behind on the back of DSTV to put us on the DSTV channel. Whether that has happened, if so, I really want to be happy and appreciate you for everything people have done in this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me go back to the WhatsApp line, and I'm sure this is Augustine coming back from the US. August, good morning from our end once again.
Yeah. Yes, good morning. Thank you. I just happened to be up, so I'm going to your program this morning.
Wonderful. Go ahead. The team from LBS is here.
Yeah, I want to commend those guys for what they're doing. Fagon is a good friend of mine. But here's the thing. What are we doing to accommodate other stations as far as Kintoma and other? Is your antenna, are you guys going to collaborate? Because the true essence of this should be information dissemination in every form. Is this going to be something that's going to be a priority, or is it just going to be like, okay, we're going to broadcast what the president is doing, and are we going to have educational stuff? I know Fagon, I mentioned those things before, he and I talking in this week, but Liberia, but still, I don't want it to just be, like the last caller came off, first thing ever. You see, we've heard a lot of those things. We may be in Bonjama, but we're still human beings. We have the intellect, we have the ability, we should be afforded those same opportunities like every citizens across the globe. And I want to commend you guys for doing that, but I want to make sure that you guys are truly expanding this to be able to broadcast, consumer, look what they're doing by themselves, and just on radio station so that the people can get the information, not just government propaganda, but real information from schools, from the situation we're having right now in Botomai. By the way, what is LBS? What is LBS doing about that? LBS, why you guys are here? I'd like to have you guys go and that's the situation over there in Guatemala, where we have Chinese people doing what they're doing over there with local authorities supporting it. We believe what is LBS should be able to share those messages across the district or Lofa County, but nationally. And I think that's why some of us celebrate this, because in the end, we want to be able to get the information out to the general public, so that the citizens that are affected in these different communities have been heard national. So thank you guys. And hopefully, the next batch would be to have these things in schools. Pagon should be aware of it. This kind of public information, like published to people, the government, or you guys should be able to find something. Hey, have one that back in America. One of the first thing I realized with this that, like before we started, there was all of the news about just thing for teenagers, all of that. So hopefully you guys will have content towards certain things like that. So the young people have information that are going on around the country. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Gus. Yes, so locally you can also call us. The lines are activated as we move on. 0777431 1560 08888 or perhaps also wanting to join us via the online platform. You can equally do that as well and call on the WhatsApp number. You listen to the call. Let me come back to you now. Why? But you listen to the two calls so far, and what can you say to that?
Yeah, they are all laudable comments, and the last caller struck a very important point.
Yes.
And those are the things that we are working on. So currently we have, for example, we are partnering with Voice of Tapeta.
Can I just take these calls?
Yeah.
Maybe let's just take the calls.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle T, and good morning to the studio guest.
Okay, Sheikh Mohammed Umaru Sharif.
Thank you so much for the recognition. My name is Mohammed Umaru Sharif, and I'm calling from my current resident.
Go ahead.
I'm concerned about the TV installation. I don't know whether will it be different from what we usually watch here, because in my house I always follow the LNTV news. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be the different way they have. Like for example, you have the store station that will be doing summer cars from that area, and you will have people here
producing local contents.
Producing local contents. How will it be like? Because we're already watching it and LNTV live here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohammed. Keep the calls coming so we get your concerns. Let's get all of your concerns now. Yes, then we can be able to close the lines and allow our studio guests respond to those concerns that you've got. And that's the best way, instead of going and coming back. So just do that if you have concern right now, or perhaps things they've said you want to get clarity about. You can call us so we can have you on that's 0777431 or 08888 Those are the local lines. Let me go back to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle T.
Good morning. Welcome. Let's hear you. Sorry, your name from where, and let's talk.
My name is Bango Imaya Koteme, calling from my new environment.
Go ahead, Bango.
It's welcoming, it's a good news for everyone of us. I always talk of people. Morovia is now Liberia.
Sure.
So it's welcome. But my question to the team, how sustainable this will be? It should not be like the radio station, because we are yamming each time we want to listen to the radio, more often they are off.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my question to the team.
All right. Thanks so very kindly for that question, and we'll talk about that as well. So if you stay out there and you still have a question, clear your chest. This is a space. This is the time. It's an opportunity given to you to be able to ask all of those doubts you've got, right? So that those concerns can be addressed by the relevant authorities. It's an opportunity for you to do that, and we can hear from you, and those concerns can be addressed. So yeah, while we are with maybe one or two more perhaps to come, let me cross over, and you, because you were already worse before the call came in. Go ahead.
Right. So let me just take care of the last call first. He asked how sustainable this is going to be.
All right.
If he had been following earlier, my colleague said we just brought in a 3,000 fuel tank.
Yeah.
After we did our assessment, first thing when we came to ELBC, we did an assessment of the entire system, and we found all of the different issues ranging from, the inavailability of, equipment, the lack of well-trained staff. So based on that, we decided that we need to have all of these in our strategic plan. So capacity building is part of it, helping to train people who will continue to run these, program services and be able to manage these equipment. So we decided first that if we are having issues with the interruptions in transmission, what are the problems? We realized that fuel shortage, running out of fuel.
Yeah, so I beg you, let's take this call, yeah?
Okay.
Let's take this call because it is good to have people versus be heard. Good morning. Good morning. Mayango, yeah, let's hear you.
Breaking sometime for 2 to 3 minutes. We can't get the arrival here. So they got to work on it. Thank you.
So, okay, when you listen to the radio, there can be a breakthrough. Oh, he's already off and away. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, okay. The head of technical services will answer that directly for you. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, I will just give him a quick answer. The broadcast of signal from Monrovia to Lofa all around the country is done through satellite. And let me be honest to admit that during the rainy season, like you get your DSTV, when it rains heavy, the weather changes, you will have some distortion in the signal.
So that tell you no signal, or tell you bad connection.
All right. So what we did yesterday, we just installed a 180 centimeter dish, a bigger dish that will challenge the weather. We've upgraded that, so we can promise you, we're not saying it's going to be 100% perfect, right? But we increase the size of the dish that will receive the signal. And just to educate you, the signal that comes, even your DSTV, the one that we use, is very tiny. It's a digital signal, very little, small, very small. So any distortion of that weather will cause the signal to go. So we can say we apologize to you as nature, all right? But we always try to challenge nature too as time. All right, so what we did, we installed a very big dish that will kind of like withstand the weather, the tension from the weather, distortion in the weather. So we can promise you, when the station go off for 2-3 minutes, I don't think the equipment can go off or something is spoiled. But it's just because of the weather, because of the digital aspect of our signal.
Yeah, and to add to that, we also decided that as other measures, other contingency measures, we work on the online radio. We try to make it as robust and, have it most of the time up, so like very good uptime. So if you're having problem, I'm just saying, and if you have data on your phone, you can go to elbcnews.com. You can still get us online. And recently we had similar problem too, where we had this issue with satellite transmission. So we decided, okay, this year we are going to procure Starlink for all of our substations.
Let me
So
just let me just
go ahead.
do this. Good morning.
Good morning. You come see again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, most of the time we are hearing the complaint of fuel shortage. What now? Dr. Gideon Studio can try to solarize the source station like in Bonjama. Now the job run according to the 3,000 gallon. If you got two of that, the price of two of that can almost be the solar facility for this station here, so it can be sustainable. What can I do? Why they cannot do solar for their source station so they can forget about this fuel issue, fuel shortage?
Okay, thank you.
Let me respond to it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for the concern. Solar, anybody that using solar will tell you, solar system is very effective, not 100% during the dry season. We are anticipating...
You mean the rainy season?
Rainy season, sorry. Yeah. All right, we are anticipating doing solar as a backup.
That's the very solar we have here too.
Yeah, as a backup.
We're challenged though.
Yeah, we use that. You use solar just as a backup. The kind of equipment we got, I know you can have a heavy grid to run your system, but you will still need a backup of a generator. Okay. All right, and also the municipal power, which we can say LEC. Mm-hmm. So with all those, you have solar, you have your generator, you have your municipal power, and you will be very effective. But people can borrow the term and say, we just from this, we just from war. The war being over a long time. So government after government been coming, and every government have their priority. So this government prioritizing communication to its people. So as you can see, not only in Lofa, we've gone a lot of places. We're trying to sustain all of our equipment and make sure that our system will not go off. But they say total one boss. What the power they can get? Yeah, the hand shot. All right, so government too have to raise the money, look for donors, farm money to sponsor all of these things. So gradually we have that on our people, like my administrator said, a part of our strategic plan to solarize our system.
Yeah. Okay. And we did some, case study research on the different systems, right? Mm-hmm. So you have this, if we have to adapt renewable energy, you have the different kinds of system, and what we have seen so far that we think will work with us, we are still doing more research on it, but is this hybrid system where we have the solar and then we have the generator, right, or the power, and then the grid. So when you have electricity that is from generator or whatsoever LEC source, is also charging whatever, because solar system is actually based on the solar and then the battery bank. Correct. So you need to put together a very good battery bank system that will be able to store that electricity from the solar and or the generator, and then when there is the absence of any of those two, you can feed from the battery, right? So the hybrid system is very good because it automatically switches from one type of energy source to the other. Okay. So we are actually looking into all that. I can assure you that that is why I love the president when he invited me to come from the US. One of the things he said is, look, we need you people to come and help us so that we can run this country, not business as usual, but we should try to transform this country in a new way and forget about the old ways. And that was one of the things that convinced me to actually come to Liberia, because then I saw a president who really wants the country to change. And he said, it's a challenge, I'm challenging you guys to come and help so that we can transform the country. So we do everything we can to be able to get ELBC on track. So like I was talking about the guy who talked about breaking transmission, my colleague talked about it. We have the online radio we are procuring Starlink equipment. So meaning that at the various substations we will have Starlink. Whatever the case, we are trying to be able to, if the satellite link, for example, there's a break in the satellite link, we can just use the internet with the online radio and still provide transmission to our people. So the fuel tank he was talking about, the fuel tank is just to be able to sustain the generator, right? To have enough fuel. So we have 3,000 gallon fuel tank here now that we just brought. It's been installed right now. They are calibrating it. The guys from Aminata. We did the same in Grangie there, same in Sino, Maryland as well. So all those faraway counties, we try to put fuel tanks there that will be able to store more fuel so that there can be less interruption in transmission. Then you have the guy who talked about local content. That is also part of the Director General's plan, his vision, to ensure that there are local content, and in the various countries they should have a way for a substation to have a studio, basically inbuilt studio that they can be able to do some local stuff there. Those are all in the pipeline. So the other guy talked about partnering. I just want to run through since people are calling. I'm talking about partnering. We are partnering with a couple of the rural stations or community radio stations, Voice of Tapeta, even in the River G area. We've been talking to another group from FOIA. We are supposed to provide them some equipment. And now that we are here, if that is something that you guys are open to, we can also begin a dialogue on partnering. We are very much open to ensuring that the president's message and all of one thing I want people to understand is that one of the main mandates of LBS is to be able to provide information to the people, right? Unfiltered information, meaning that whether it's good or bad, in favor of the government, against the government, we are supposed to be able to disseminate that information to the public. And they can be the judge for themselves, right? So we are in no way trying to use LBC for any propaganda. If you are following, we allow opposition politicians to get on the radio. The other day, one of the candidates for, I think, CMC, right, was on the radio. So for those of us who have some background, at least some experience from out there, we will come with that same mindset and not to come and take the country backward, because Liberia is all we have. So we all need to put our hands together and be able to promote this country, help our country to grow. One of the areas I want to encourage young people, with all these things we are doing, young people need to try and get skills. Very important skills, technical skills. If you have a means, there's a technical school in your area where you can go and do even the satellite installation, solar panel, learn these things, because those are the direction the country is going into, and we will need a lot of people. So right now we have challenges with finding good technicians, right, in the substations, like out in these counties. Apparently, most of the, I would call it an internal local brain drain. It looks like a lot of the people went to the city, and so in the counties you find it difficult to find technicians to be able to do the job. So
well, a recent you did talk about that, and there were applications submitted. I don't know a level of management. Where are we with that?
Yes, so we went through those applications, right? Okay. We are looking at taking some people, but the level of qualification, I should be frank with you, is
below the belt.
Okay. All right, because even currently, some of the people we already currently have, we are having challenges. So right now, we are talking to the Chinese government. Yesterday, our Director General was at the Chinese embassy. We are talking to the Chinese government to see how they can help us with capacity building and allow us to send some of our staff to China to be able to, get some training. We had a couple of groups. We had a couple of trips now. Few people went, but we want a more robust and a little bit time, like something that we, a little not just short term, but something
Yeah,
that
2 days or 3 days.
Yeah, we want something long term, so that when these people return, they can be able to contribute effectively. Because here is my colleague. He may be gone after some years, a few years from now, he may try to retire or something like that. So you need young people who will come and step in the shoe and be able to do the job efficiently.
So, yeah, so I have a few questions, and of course, my attention have been drawn to the statement that you made mention about negotiation, which of course I love it as well. And here is it. We have community radio stations in various counties, and of course, when you look at it, the community radio stations are not serving the entire counties.
Right.
So we feel difficulties when it comes to coverage issues, like Radio Kintoma right here now. But right here, people in Foya, Vang, like the rest of Zos are supposed to be hearing what you're saying. But because of coverage, they may not hear you right now.
Right.
So is there anything in the making from the central, area in making sure that this community radio can be able to serve the people, especially those of them that want to listen to the community radio station instead of listening to other radio stations? Is there anything in the making from the LBS department, in helping the process to serve our people in these counties?
Probably not the way you're looking at it, but how we intend to support community radio stations is you come to us, you talk to us about what you can do, your services, and how you want to collaborate with us, right? And then we sit down, we do a contract. So some areas will provide you with technical support, meaning that if your equipment breaks down, we will do the repairs. All right. Then in some areas, they'll be the one,
Training.
Training. We'll provide you the training. We sit down. It depends on whatever the contract that we will carve or we'll put together, and based on that, we go by that plan. Some people receive cash; they prefer the cash, and some cash with training, some with equipment. So it's in many different dimensions. So, but it depends on how.
So many thanks to the LBS department, especially the administrators, making sure that our brothers, our sisters can go out there across the private line to acquire education as to the issue regarding to the PUL department in Liberia. But my attention has been drawn to, having observed the guys that left to China, when you look at it, there have been many concerns raising that 90% of those of them that went to China were taken from the nation capital. So those of them that are in the rural places, that are working hard, providing information, going here and there, struggling in the rains and what have you, they were not part of the process. So those concerns have been coming out. So is there anything that in the making to understand the reasons of some of those things, and maybe something in the Pueblo line to come?
Definitely. So equity is something we believe in. We believe that everyone should be given an opportunity to whatever services or opportunities there are. So when we came, for those of us who are at LBS now, a lot of us are people who already been out there. So we want people to have the opportunity to go there. When we came, we have tried to get some of the people from some of the guy in Kakata, right? The other time we saw him.
Yeah.
But that is a very good concern too, and then that's a very good feedback. I will definitely look into that as well to see how we can improve it. But one of the challenges we have for example, is in some of the countries you only have one correspondent. All right, and then if you take that person from there, you don't have somebody that will fill in their shoes for you to send them away. So we are working on all of that, and that is why we did that. We came around and did some recruiting to see how we can be able to vet additional people to have at least, if you have 2 correspondents, 2 security or more or technical people, like technicians, then it makes it easier to have one person go and the other person stay. And that is one of the challenges we have, that we have to pay for leave. We pay leave for most of our substations staff because we can't let them go. So we talk to them, hey, can you stay so we can pay your leave? And then until we can actually figure out the human resource issue.
So, bring up to speak concerning this issue. There are many of the correspondents in Liberia. Some myself as correspondent in some of these counties for like 10 years, 15 years, but they are now on payroll. Are you really observing it in making sure that those of them that have been volunteering, especially they are on no pay, because that is not pay, they are on no pay, have served the nation 20 years, 15 years, but they are not on salaries. And these are the reasons why you see some of the journalists, have to navigate the other way, because they don't want to go by that, they will keep struggling, they have family. So are you putting things into system that, those of them that have been volunteering almost 15, 20 years, to be placed on national budget, like, getting salaries?
Yes, so guess what we did when we first came? A lot of contractors, people were volunteering, they were not being paid. They were just volunteering. They have volunteered for years. And so when we came, we're like, no, you can't treat people like this. People, there's dignity, there should be dignity in labor, right? So what we did, we brought them on as contractors. And we hire all of them as contractors. And currently we are talking to the CSA. If you have been following us when the president came, we told him just exactly what you said, that we have these people, they have contributed to the nation development via the ELBC. So we actually need all these people employed. We have a list of all of them: correspondents, technicians, reporters that are on that list that need to be employed. And the thing is, we have the money on our budget line for them to be employed. But CSA has been, they had their low explanation that we want to see whether the president will increase pay or salary for those existing staff already, then before we can come to you people to determine how many people we should bring on board. But they allow us to bring on board certain number of staff, which will only consume around 60% of our budget. But what we're saying is that we actually want to fully consume the money, and that way we can be able to bring everybody on, because we don't want to be biased, or not biased, but we bring some people on and then leave some people, then will almost look like you are
being selective.
Yeah, and that is what we're trying to avoid. So we are like, look, this list is already there, and it can basically consume our budget. So help us just hire these people on, and then everything will be okay. But the discussion is ongoing.
Let me remind
go ahead to do some, but we want all.
Let me remind you out there that the lines are still active. Maybe one or two more, perhaps, concerns that we could take as we draw down the curtain gradually with the team here from the Liberian Broadcasting System. If you have a concern out there, or perhaps you want to seek clarity on some of the things they've talked about, it is an opportunity for you to be heard. And you can do that by calling on our official lines. The orange is 077-431-560. That's the orange number. The Lone Star is 088-101-01. Those are the official lines. And of course, if you want to get us via WhatsApp as well, you just dial +231-886-465-761. Those are the means through which you can be heard, or go to this comment section online. Radio Kintumawi Live Facebook page. Just go online, the comment section, leave your questions there or concerns that you have, and we can bring them forth as well as we wind down gradually. Now, let me take you back to the installation. By the way, are we done 100% now, or are we still testing?
On a regular basis, after installation.
Let me take this, maybe second to the last or last call. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. What is your name? Let's hear you.
My name is Shaka Morba, calling from opposite Garage Church.
Go ahead, Shaka.
Thank you very much. I want to tell the staff in your studio thank you, but I have serious concern. That is, as a nation station, we are going out of air almost for a month or two. And I will have some program that we are very interested in. That is needed net land and others that we can be able to express ourselves. What are they really doing to make the station to be live in a year time or within a year and continuously? Can I please address this to us?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, night line, Liberian. I know. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Okay, let me just get his concern. Let me start from power generation. All right. We've been having series of challenges, starting from power, transmission, and equipment. But to just bring to his attention, we've just complete the installation of a 10 kilowatt transmitter, okay, that is on test,
Okay.
right? Also, the Chinese almost completing our new edifice, a new studio. So we'll be having continuous power. In fact, by next month, I can promise, LBS before October will be going 24 hours.
Okay.
We're not going to shut down again. Beginning the end of next month, we're going to be going 24 hours. So you will have LBS continuously. That's why you see we, like my administrator said,
Is that 24 hour? Is it just going to be for HQ or
all around.
Is it going to take into consideration the substations?
The whole country. That's why you see we're bringing in more fuel. All right, we're bringing in more fuel. We're trying to sustain the power. The challenge has been the delivery of fuel. Especially before the President King, you all can witness us that the road has been very, very bad. When you go to the vendor, you pay for fuel. The guy says, I can deliver 1,000 gallon, 1,500 gallon to Vonjama, all right? The road condition and all that kind of thing. So it's been very, very challenging. So with the state of the road now, we can promise that whenever the station goes up, we're not saying we'll not have technical problems. There are always technical problems, breakdown, equipment, and all that. But minus technical problems, we can show our people out there that if LBS goes off the air, then probably maybe something burn or something spoiled.
Right.
But everything being equal, I promise you, LBS will go off the air.
Yeah. So we are supplying these substations with enough fuel so that it can keep them up for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So meaning that even during the rainy season, we don't have to worry about the generator, no fuel, except if maybe the generator breaks down, because these things are mechanical and electronic devices,
Sure,
right?
sure.
They can get damaged. So in the absence of those kind of situations, we are very hopeful that with the mechanisms we are putting in place, just be a little patient. You will see the difference, right? There will be there will be reduction in interruption in transmission.
And just yesterday we met with the LEC crew.
Right.
We in negotiation with them. They did an assessment. So our substation will be connected to the power grid by LEC.
That's the RRE 18?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Just
team that
that-
just left,
they just left
we met
the
them
studio.
leaving. Yeah.
So following the assessment, we're going to go back to town, conclude all the arrangement, and the substation will be connected to the power grid. That will help with the 24-hour broadcast. The people in Zwedru, they stay on the air because they're using the power grid, all right? So they don't go off. 10 o'clock in the night, 10 o'clock in the morning, they stay on the air because they have continuous power.
Yeah.
So once Vonjama is connected to the power grid, we can assure you LBS won't be shutting down 10 o'clock in the morning. We ourselves, we're not happy denying our people other programs, So we're working hard overnight to see to it that we run 24 hours.
Great. Okay, so finally, let's wrap up. Beginning, maybe something we didn't ask, but you think it's important that you still want our people to know about as we zero in on this interaction this morning.
Just to let you all know that our team, the management team, we are working around the clock to see to it that every Liberian be heard. Have access to communication, to information, because I'm not bringing in politics. I'm an engineer, but if the people are not giving the opportunity to get truthful information. Our politicians and those around will use them, give them false information.
Sure.
So the priority of the government is that let the information be shared. Let our people get the true information. I get one or two friends. If they don't hear it from ELBC, they say, I don't hear no news. All that's in fake. So it's our duty to make sure everything technically, to make sure our people are given access to true information. The kind of ELBC we have now, we don't pick and choose. We bring opposition, we bring anybody on the radio, okay, to serve our people. So we're doing everything technically, like Honorable Owo said, we're going to equip our substations with good internet facilities so that whenever there's break through the satellite system, we'll have our internet to continue our broadcast. So we're working around the clock. We ask our people to just be a little bit patient. We're doing everything possible so that you'll be comfortable with television and radio.
Wonderful. Thomas Akweterawan says, thanks to the LBS management for the great job. Please keep up your professional teamwork. That's great. Let's hear you, sir, from your end.
Well, I will encourage people, while we're talking about television coming, people complaining about jobs, there are a lot of opportunities where you can make your own money. Believe me, trust me, if you can just look for one little phone and you start looking for certain things that you get passionate about, even that the way the people can make the palm oil in Lofa, or the way people can do certain things, you do these videos, I tell you, you put it on social media, it's another place to make money. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. When people watch this thing, the more people watch your videos, the more the opportunity for you to make money out of it. Because the Facebook management, all these entities, they pay you for the more people watch your content. Then apart from that, when you have all these things, the way we're talking about television in Liberia, we will be looking for content. So if you have a regular stream of content, videos that you are putting together, it can be bought from you. Or we can even put it on our Sunny, put it on the television, and you'll be making your own money. Advertisements and things that will be run on your something, we can share that revenue with you. So there are a lot of opportunities coming. Start getting used to how to use phone, recording, doing it. If people can it can be anything. It can be funny videos. It can be something you never know. Certain thing you do video, people just get interested in it. So you be trying. As you see more views, eventually I can tell you that where money will be. Yeah. So those of you young people who are talented, you know how to play fun. You know how to record. You have certain things you have passion about. Get your phone. Grab that phone. Don't just use the phone to be on the internet doing all kinds of things. Make money out of it. Start creating your content. In the future, I can tell you, in a very near future, you will make money out of it. Because we'll be looking for content, all kinds of content.
Okay. Right. So, just a reminder, our listener, you take note of the frequency again.
Correct.
The television frequency is, I'm sure our guys doing test this morning, is 197.250. If you don't want to do the automatic scan, you want to do it manually, the frequency is 197.250. And we urge you to get your outdoor antenna. We did not get the vendor who wanted to bring in few pieces to get distributed freely to our people. But it's not too late. When we get back to town, we're going to purchase few pieces of antenna and send them to our people. So the people to the attire shop, people around like the radio station,
intellectual centers.
Intellectual centers, just give them the antenna so they can have access to the television.
Wonderful. Well, thanks again so very kindly for accepting the invite, and we always open up for these kinds of discussions as we move on. Like we said this morning, we had a very tight presentation, however, but it's been wonderful here this morning. You wanted to chip in? Okay,
I wanted to provide say to people that we have our website, elbcnews.com. If you need any information about rate, how much it costs to, pull an announcement on the air, what have you, they are there. If you also want to contact us, like calling us, management, we are very open to feedback. If you have an issue whatsoever, you can call us directly. Do not be afraid or do not hesitate.
Okay.
You can take this number, it's 0775 046 712. That's 0775 046 712 to get in touch with us. It's very important we rely on feedback. It doesn't matter whether you call and you are angry. In fact, we like to listen to angry people, especially when they are angry about services, so that we can be able to do the right thing. So please, if you have any issues, even about the TV stuff that he's talking about, call us. If you call this number, you can say, hey, can you connect me with the technical department, or can you connect me with this other department? Okay. Someone will find a way to connect you so that we can be able to talk to you and address your issue.
All right, thank you so very kindly. Like we said, thanks to all of you who called in. Those of you, of course, who also shared the live video. We appreciate you so very kindly. We keep talking about this, like he says, yes, so that you'll be able to get access to it. It's your right to be informed. And that's why the Liberian Broadcasting System is into. So thanks for being there. My name is Tokpatano. It's been a wonderful engagement this morning. Bye-bye from my end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let it go.